I think I got rid of her for a second. I was worried that what she would be doing is just jumping up here in front of the camera the entire time. But I think if I put these in her food dish, it worked. It worked. Welcome everybody to a new thing I'd like to call Monday Nomadic. Trying something new. I'm thinking about every Monday, sometime in the afternoon. Haven't quite gotten down to the schedule that I want to work on, like 5 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening. Not exactly sure when I want to do it or when I'm able to do it, because if I'm out here on the road, I got something in my eye just as I hit the record button. I just never know. Let's see, live chat. I just never know when I'm going to have time to go ahead and do something like this, but I would love to make this a regular thing. The Monday Nomadic. And today I got a couple things I just want to talk about before I have to head out of here. At the moment I'm down here in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, up here, because Jacksonville's north of where I live. But I'm up here in Jacksonville, Florida. I got to leave here in about 35 minutes or so. Figured I'd give this a shot. Let you guys know that I'm thinking about doing a quick 30-minute live thing every Monday and call it Monday Nomadic. Anyway, okay, what do I want to talk about today? Well, there's two things. One is we got to say goodbye to something. My favorite social network, today is the final day that it's going to be available. I don't know what's going to happen, but Google Plus tomorrow will no longer exist. It's not going to be around anymore. How weird is that going to be? Back in 2011, it came out, then we got our Google Glasses, and Google Plus started blowing up, and then Google decided to put it on, Google Plus on every single Android device and integrate it into Google Chrome. Now they're just taking it away. They're taking it away. It's gonna suck. So tonight at midnight, I'm gonna try and log in, try and post something, and see what happens. And if it still works until then, I'm thinking tomorrow morning when I wake up, I got to be in Ocala, Florida, which is not far from where I live, and I'm gonna try it again. And then I'm gonna screenshot it and post that sucker on Instagram, because that's what Instagram is for, I think. Hey Antonio, maybe they'll come back with something better than G+. I don't know. I had a dream about that last night, because there's a hole that needs to be filled. I think what they might do is buy somebody else out, and leave them in charge of it. Kind of like what they did with YouTube, or kind of like what they do with other companies. They purchase them, but let the companies continue running them. So maybe they're going to wait for something like MeWe to build up, because a lot of Google Plusers are going over to MeWe and signing up. And so once MeWe gets all their bugs and stuff fixed and makes it a more attractive platform, it's possible that a company like Google will end up buying them up and then letting them continue on with what they were doing. And that way Google doesn't really have the control, even though they might. But, they'll oversee them. They're like the overlords. Let's see. Was that? Oh, true. Well, anything's better than God, Facebook is so bad. I logged on. I just shared something on Facebook like 20 minutes ago. Went in there. It was just a bunch of political babble, nonsense, propaganda type stuff in my feed. And I don't follow that stuff. So I don't know why they're forcing that into my feed. It's stuff I don't want to see. I never signed up for that or liked people that like that stuff. So I don't know what it's doing in my feed. I dislike Facebook. I don't. The only reason I go to Facebook is every once in a while, maybe once or twice a week, to see comments and to share my YouTube videos to try and get subscribers. It's the only thing I do on Facebook. I really don't communicate with too many people over there, even though some of the Google Plus people are already over there and we communicate using that messenger thing. But other than that, yeah, not too much. Okay, and the second thing I wanted to talk about was in my future, I have future plans. So my plans involve travel. I mean, I travel now, obviously, but travel on my own terms. I want to travel on my own terms. So a little over a year ago, I purchased a motorhome, a 33-foot Holiday Rambler. And Steph Lake, I got to give her the credit because she came up with the name. I was thinking National Lampoon's Vacation, and but we couldn't figure out the name of Cousin Eddie's RV. So she just said, "Well, call the RV Cousin Eddie." So that's what we did. I went ahead and named and christened. I didn't break a bottle over the RV. I should have, but it is Cousin Eddie. And my plan was to try and generate enough revenue over a little bit of time. Hello, Loretta Jazzy. How are you doing today? I will be home. Well, you're probably not in Orlando now, but I'll be home. I'll talk about that in a second, though. I'm on my way. I'm in Jacksonville. I'm slowly merging down that way. Uh, but my long-term goal is to have retired. Look, I got gray hair. I got gray hair. So when people get gray hair, they start thinking about, hey, wonder what it would be like to retire before you have to wear adult diapers. And those thoughts went through my head. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or what it is, but those thoughts were going through my head. So I purchased this motorhome, and with the goal of every winter, even though I live in Florida, I want to become a snowbird and blend in, you know, the ugly duckling thing. So you get these swans that come down from the north and enjoy our weather. I'm just going to kind of be that ugly duck that kind of gets into that crowd, and I'm going to infiltrate them. But I want to start taking winters off, I'm thinking. But I had planned on doing that last year. And because things happen and people need money, you try and help out people when you can. And then you go to look at your bank account and you go, where'd my money go? I had these plans. Well, that's not going to happen this year. I'm done helping people for a while. I want to say I'm done helping people until somebody asks. But so my plan is, at the moment, continue building up my bank account, and come December, be gone for a few months. I'm going to take a leave of absence, go down to Key West, and travel for a couple months all the way around Florida and check all the stuff out that I never knew existed in my state. Maybe venture up here into Georgia and stuff, and then when funds start getting low, go back out on the road as spring starts to arrive. But that would be hard because you have to pay for campgrounds and everything like that. And in the state of Florida, it's expensive to stay at campgrounds. Like the campground I normally stay at across the street from Disney, it fluctuates between $60 and $80 a night, every single night. And I had to find a way around that. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And the campground that I stay at is an Encore resort. And they're owned by a company that owns a bunch of campgrounds all across the United States called Thousand Trails. As the cat walks in front of the camera, look at that. She just like hugs up the camera. Aloha, Lena. How are you doing? Out in Hawaii. I don't know. They don't have Thousand Trails in Hawaii, I don't think. I think as far as they go is I think they have one Encore Thousand Trails in Alaska. As my motor back there starts up. It always happens when I'm shooting video or something like that, the engines and noise start to happen. But yes, I went ahead and jumped the trigger. I don't know if it's popping up here. Well, damn it. It logged me out because I don't know why it logged me out. But yeah, I went ahead, joined. It was $500 for the entire year. And I could just live. That's my rent. I pay $500 or $485, and I get to live at these resorts. I can start off in Key West down in the islands and enjoy 14 days down there, mosey up into the Everglades, stay for 14 days, head on up home towards Orlando, stay for 14 days, up into Ocala, and just everywhere, and just kind of explore. And all my electricity is paid, my sewage is paid, my water is paid, cable, swimming pool, gymnasium, which I need, and yeah, I figured, what a great investment. Now, I didn't purchase the lifetime one. There's a lifetime one that it's like $2,000. You could buy it used for like $2,000 or brand new for $5,000 or something, but you get it for your entire life. So, and you have no rent, no electric, no water, no, you have, everything is paid for. So, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful resorts. If you guys watch my videos, you'll see the one I stay at right across the street from Disney World. It's beautiful. We got swimming pools, restaurants, bars, putt-putt golf, and all that's free. So, and then when you want to get out, you can walk right over to Old Town Kissimmee, enjoy Old Town and Family Fun Spot, or you can Uber across the street to Disney and hang out over there, or Uber over to Universal Studios, and yeah. So all the money you're saving in rent and electric and water and all that stuff, you could blow on Uber. So yeah, I went ahead, jumped the gun, did that, even though it's not time for me to venture off and do that stuff. I did make reservations for 4 nights starting April 9th. I'm going to check out 2 resorts. So on April 9th, I'm going back to the old tried and true, the one over by Old Town Kissimmee, the Tropical Palms RV Resort. I'm going to stay there for 2 nights, and then I'm going to mosey up to Claremont, Florida, which is the Orlando. I don't know why they call it the Orlando Resort, but it's in Claremont, right behind Disney's Animal Kingdom, and I'm going to stay there for 2 nights. And nothing out of pocket. It's all free now. It's free. It's what? Yeah, I know, but you should get out of the way of the camera. So those are the 2 things I'm doing at the moment. Saying goodbye to Google Plus and daydreaming about my future. But I was worried that if I didn't do this now, I was going to procrastinate and never do it. It's like you have, if you want to do something, you just have to do it. Like if I want to throw the cat out the window, I'm just gonna have to do it because she's bugging me. But yeah, it's like you just got to do it. And I don't know what my family thinks, but I don't care really what anybody thinks. If they think it's stupid or what. I don't have home bills anymore. I don't have, my only bill now is my cell phone bill, and I'm trying to get rid of that with this Verizon Jetpack thing, which I'm using to broadcast this beautiful 720p video. Let's see what people are saying. And now a train comes. There's a train. Okay, totally awesome, Loretta says. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I never heard anything so great. It's like a bargain. Well, I don't know if you know how much campgrounds are RV resorts, but in Florida, we take advantage of those snowbirds. We jack those prices up, and our state gets a lot of money from tourism like that. So it's not cheap. I think, what is it? Fort Wilderness Campground. Fort Wilderness is like, on the low end, the cheapest is $100. And that's for like a tent spot. You know, you bring an RV in there, you're looking $150 maybe. And God, if you want a cabin, that's like $300. That's something else. My thing gives me a cabin. If I don't want to stay in the RV, I can get a beautiful furnished cabin, like it's like a giant hotel suite. Let's see. Hey James, how you doing? Lena, I gotta go, my friend, but mahalo for your live video. Well, thank you, and mahalo, aloha, mahalo's thank you, right? Aloha is goodbye. Loretta says, boy, oh boy, I'm learning a lot from you now. Wow, I lived in Florida for 20 years and never knew. Yeah, that's why we don't have the taxes that other states have. We rely on tourism. So all the money that tourists bring in, afford us never to have to pay taxes, and companies like that. Yes, mahalo is thank you. I thought so. See, I'm good. I I know a little bit of Spanish too. So now I know a little bit of Spanish and I know a couple words in Hawaiian. So I'm good. I'm learning. But yeah, so we don't have to do that stuff. So we jack up the prices. That's why if you're a Florida resident, you get Florida discounts. Also, at most places. So yeah, man, it's just expensive. But I could not see after owning two homes. Got rid of my first house to buy a boat. I wanted to live on a boat out in the Gulf of Mexico. Ended up giving that dream up in the middle of paying off the boat, and met a girl and helped her start paying her house, and did that for like 13 years, and all that money went to nothing because relationships happen. They sometimes they go this way, and then you're out everything. So I bought that RV, and it's 100% mine, and it's 33 feet long, plenty of living space, everything that's inside of a house, and you have no bills, but you have to have a place to put it. I mean, you don't want to be spending every night out on the road at a gas station or at a truck stop like I do in this thing, or parked out in the middle of the woods somewhere where some crazy person with a chainsaw could just come and do something crazy in the middle of the night. So I was wondering, what am I going to do? Campground memberships. It's kind of a timeshare-ish time deal, but you could use it all the time, not 2 weeks out of the year. You could just use it all year long, when you become a life member. But what I have now, I went ahead and I got 2 years. I paid for 2 years. And yeah, so my rent on a yearly basis is $485 and that covers everything. And there's no way I could do that in a sticks and bricks type house. I could. There's no way. That's so cheap. The only thing I have to do now is if I stay 14 days in one place, move somewhere else, stay another 14 days, move somewhere else, stay another 14 days, and the resorts are semi close together. The furthest I may have to drive is 30 miles. Hold on. Excuse me. But I may have to drive 30 miles twice a month. So I might drive 60 miles in a month. So I have to cover gas costs for 60 miles throughout the month. And cat food, and my food, and adult beverages. That's my only bills. Auto insurance, I pay $245 a year for the entire year, not a month, for the year. And for tag and registration, I pay $245 every 2 years. So I don't know why more people don't live this way. I mean, I've been doing a lot of YouTube research, and there's a lot of people that live full-time that nomadic lifestyle. They call it, if you Google nomadic life, RV living, and stuff like that on YouTube, there's a lot of people that do it. Families, they live out on the road, generate money off the internet, selling t-shirts, doing seminars, whatever they're good at. I'm not good at anything, so I'm having a hard time trying to find my niche. And if I can't find it, I won't have to go out in this thing anymore. But you really, living that lifestyle, you really don't need that much money. Oh my, you have me thinking, I just can't drive anything longer than a PAX van. Check out van life. Go on YouTube, type in van life, and watch some of those videos. It'll blow you away what people do in vans. But you could drive, it's not hard driving those things. They got vans and pickup trucks pulling small trailers, and those campers on the back of pickups and all those. Some of the videos I've been watching, those are better for getting into tight and out of the way places. People will take those, they'll drive up the Alaska highway, and they can just pull over anywhere. They don't have to find big enough parking, because they know their vehicles are going to fit, because they're shorter. And so people that drive those type of vehicles get to see a lot more stuff than I could ever see in a 33 foot. So, but yeah, I don't know. When you watch YouTube videos, I don't know if a lot of the people are lying and not telling the truth about their lifestyle, but it makes you think, and it makes you daydream. I could do that. They make it sound so amazing. I don't know if it is, but I want to find out. And what's the worst that can happen? I have to fall back and drive truck for an extra month or two to get enough money to go back out and do it again. But I know that I don't have to pay rent. I know I don't have to pay electric. I know I don't have to pay sewage, cable, Wi-Fi. Everything is covered. It's all free. So that's not too bad. Loretta says, they are so large, Rick. I can barely drive a large car. You could do it. You could do it. You you could do it. I have faith in you. I don't have faith in a lot, but I have faith in you. It's pretty easy. You just watch the mirrors. If you were down in Florida next week, I'd let you sit behind the wheel of this, maybe pull forward and back, and you'd be able to see. That's not that bad driving something that long. I'm single and free, so I could definitely do it. May I can hire a driver? No, you don't need to hire a driver. Have one of your kids come with you. A lot of people have their families with them. A lot of times they get something bigger, and it's just life on the road, just exploring, finding crazy places. I don't know. I just think I'll be able to do more in that than I will in this beast. And I think I want to start off for the first year just exploring my state and places that I can sit and really have time to explore and not rush and worry about delivering a load, getting somewhere else, picking up a load, and then have a deadline to get to the next destination, where I can just sit for 14 days, kind of venture off, maybe first start off on the Segway and explore locally, maybe hop in an Uber and go somewhere else. I don't know, in Miami or the Everglades. It's just something I want to do. It just sounds fun. It has that romantic sound or feel to it in my head, which I have my cat with me. I don't know if my cat wants me getting romantic, but it just has that sense of adventure that I once had when I was younger. And then it's weird when you're younger, you get out and you do crazy things. It's the best time of your life. You have no responsibilities and you just go and you have fun. And then as you get older, you look back on your younger years and go, God, life was so good. But then we get set into this trap where we're paying mortgages and paying bills, and we raise our families, but then our families are done, and then what do you do for the rest of your life? And you're miserable. How come we can't go back and live the way we did when we were 17, 18, 19 years old, 21 years old? I think you can. And like I said, maybe it's old age kicking in my head trying to be young again, but I think you could regain that same spirit and energy and exploration in your noggin, up in here, and bring all that stuff back. And I definitely want to try that. Anyway, guys, that was it. Just wanted to keep you updated with what's going on. Look at that's orange for Google Plus leaving tonight. It's changing. Yeah, Google Plus is leaving, and I'm leaving you guys tonight. So until possibly next Monday, if this becomes a regular thing, Nomadic Mondays, that has a nice ring to it. I'll come up with some stuff to tell you guys. I got a lot going on this week. I got these big squares. Here, let me show you guys this stuff. It's pretty sweet. Ow, uh-oh. My watch is on the charge over here. I got this. Oh, yeah, no problem. Don't go anywhere. I want to show you guys something. Oh, come here. Come here, you. Where's that box? Oh, this is a huge box, guys. Oh, stand up. So this is going in the RV. It was going in here, but at the moment, it's going to be in the I'm putting what I'm getting ready to show you guys in the motorhome, but I was going to put it up here on the wall and make this kind of a rolling YouTube studio. But I figured this is kind of expensive, and it's going to take me a little while to purchase two different separate boxes of these things. But let me show you here. Oh, I got these. These are called LifeX tiles. I don't know if you guys can see what they do, but you can put them in any configuration you want. Mount them. Control them with your phone or Google Home. And what I'm planning on doing is separating the tiles out and mounting them on the roof all the way down the hallway of the RV. And then I could just walk in and say the words blank Google. I don't want to say it because my Google Home will go off. I seen the lights going on it. I thought I accidentally activated it. But I could just walk in and turn on the lights. And the lights come on. Turn the lights blue, whatever, And my RV will light up for me. And so I don't have to hit any buttons, any switches and stuff like that. And they're multicolor, and they do this thing where they move and change or turn to ocean waves, and you can design them to do whatever you want. And so I want to test them out in the RV. If they work really good in the RV, these are LifeX's too. These up here are LifeX strips, and you connect them to your Google Home or your Alexa or your Apple Home. Is it called Apple Home? Yeah, Apple Home. You can connect them to any of those, and you could just speak and say like, okay, Google, turn the lights dark blue.
You got it. Changing the truck light to dark blue.
It's not going to do it though because I overrid the system. It's going to stay this color. But yeah, so you could talk to your Google Home and it would change it if I unlocked it. I have these locked in this pattern. But yeah, so, and then I want to put these back in here. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to make my truck a smart truck, and I want to make my RV a smart RV. So I have a separate Google Home Mini to go in the RV. I got these lights that I'm going to be putting in there. So I got a project I'm going to be shooting a video on next week of installing this stuff. And then I got another project resealing my roof. And another project putting a new battery in. I need to put a battery in, and I'm not very mechanically inclined. So that should be fun, trying to hold the camera while taking out the car battery inside the RV and switching that out. And then it's off to the campground, and then we're going to spend one day, me and a friend that works at Top Golf and his friends with Winnie the Pooh and sometimes Chip and Dale at Animal Kingdom. She's going to be hanging out with me. And we're going to go to all 4 Disney theme parks and find every single selfie wall and do photos for Instagram. So that should be a fun video. And maybe we'll do a little Universal, throw a little Universal, maybe pepper in a little bit of Top Golf and a lot of RV fun goodness. I don't know. So that's the plans for next week. So you guys got some stuff to look forward to. Really trying to generate views and subscribers, slowly building up, slowly. It's getting there. It's getting there. So until the next time, guys, let me say goodbye to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later, Loretta. Let's see who else is all in here. Lena's already said goodbye from Hawaii. James is cool. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see here. Antonio, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Oh man, I will just talk to you guys on the next one. This here might have been a success on a Monday evening. Until the next time, I love you guys. Hold on a second. Go to the bottom. Is it at the beginning? It's at the bottom. 29. I'm trying to do it right at 30 minutes. 29, 26, 27, 28. Thanks, Loretta. I will keep on trucking. 30. I'm just waiting for the 30-minute mark. We got 25 seconds. 24, 23. Maybe I could take a sip of sweet tea.